weeks ago, this lady gets up on stage and she starts walking. I think she had one too many, you know.
Yeah.
And she had this blue G-string. She was carrying it. She wasn't wearing it. She was carrying it. And security comes on stage, and I say to the security guards, because everybody in the audience is, what's he going to do? I said, guys, back off. I got to see how this ends. I'm right in the middle singing, and they call the puppy love, and I see this girl coming up, this lady, and she's holding this G-string, and I'm thinking, okay, I've got to see this to the end. So I grab her, and I start singing with her. The audience is going crazy. The band is laughing their heads off. It was a fun moment. But don't have any ideas. If you're coming to my concerts, don't do that, okay?
I know. I mean, you're going to have to get a restraining order on Jackie, actually, on that front.
Okay.
I mean, you've had such an incredible career. I said that about starting at the age of 5. And how have you seen it change over that time?
Well, technologically it's changed, but nothing. The main core of putting on a show has not changed. And a lot of people get this wrong. A lot of artists, a lot of producers, they just throw money at a show and just in your face, like, no, you gotta have some heart and soul. So there's times in the show where I shut the production off, I sit at a mic in a spotlight and sing. That's why Adele is so successful. She just sings the song and let the lyrics come out and move you. Puppy Love, okay? I have sung Puppy Love about 2 billion times. But when I sing it in the show, it's the 4th song on the set list, I treat it with respect and sing it legitimately. There are times where I just sit on a stool and sing a song. I actually do a duet with Andy Williams, who gave me my start. We sing Moon River together.
Oh, wow.
It's such a great moment. It's a tear-jerking moment. But then there are times where you just let them have it with production. And I certainly do that because, you know, when you win Dancing with the Stars and stuff like that, people expect dancing, they expect production, and we give it to them.
Yeah, and you mentioned Adele. She's on just at a venue very near yours, isn't she? Yeah, just
she's my neighbor across the street. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're kind of head to head, aren't you? In terms of you're on the same nights. You've not seen her show yet, have you?
Yeah, we both haven't seen each other's shows, and that's the problem in Las Vegas. Everybody performs at the same time. And so it's very difficult to see other entertainers, but I definitely have to get over there and see. On one of my nights off, if she's performing, I've got to see that show.
Yeah, and you know, I mentioned you started at the age of 5. What was it like being so famous then? Like, you know, because I was awkward enough as a teenager to be thrown into the spotlight. I'm not sure I would have handled it particularly well.
You know, it's really strange because all my life I've been in the spotlight. And so I never really knew anything different than that. And so it's just my way of life. And I was talking about this last night during my pre-show. It's amazing when I look back at the legends that I was able to work with at such a young age. And it's such a training ground. Even in the show, I talked about the fact that we had the opportunity of knowing Elvis Presley. Well, there's Michael Jackson right there. He was one of my best friends. Lost the genius there when he passed away. But I had such an amazing life of being able to work with so many stars, so many legends. You can't learn this thing out of a book, out of a textbook. And that's what I put on the show, 6 decades of all of those experiences in one show.
Yeah.
I think, personally, I know this is quite a statement, it's my ultimate show I've ever put together because it's everything I've done in one show.
It's not, that sounds a bit like it might be a final show, but there's no sign of you stopping yet, is there?
Yeah, you know, people have asked me how much longer. I see the end coming. It's a ways off. I don't know when, but I want to close everything out on my watch.
Yeah.
And right now I'm having the time of my life. I enjoy this show so much. I can hardly wait to bring it over to the UK because I'm so proud of it. We're having so much fun. The audiences are loving it. So I don't see this thing ending very soon, but I'm getting up there, and I want to enjoy these last few years of performing before I pack it in and call it Donny's packed lunch.
I know on your tour you're visiting lots of great cities in this country, Hull and Manchester. You're coming to Leeds as well. Do you fancy popping in when you're in Leeds performing? You can come into the studio.
If I've got time, I will pop in. Because,
excellent.
first of all, I love the performance. It's so pretty. I love the bow tie.
Yeah, oh yeah, thanks all the time. Well, he used to be head chef at the Ritz, so you know he knows his stuff on food. So come in and we'll get him to cook your lunch for you.
Okay, all right, you got it.
Thank you so much, Donny. I appreciate you staying up for us to do this. Put your hands together for Donny.